So boys and girls, we are going to draw some pumpkins, and then we are going to use our shapes to make our pumpkins have expressive faces. So they can be funny, they can be cute pumpkins, I guess they can be kind of silly pumpkins or monstrous pumpkins, whatever you, I guess, are in the mood to do. So the first thing is I drew this really light with pencil, so I will outline it right now with you. Is probably I would pick some oval shapes or some circular shapes, and I would draw those on your paper. You can have as many pumpkins as you want. Some pumpkins are like kind of ovally, sideways ovally. Some pumpkins are tall but still ovally. Some are kind of like almost like a gumdrop. Okay, kind of like an egg shape. So you can do that, and you can try to draw maybe like a little trapezoid shape or a rectangle shape on top for your stems. You're welcome to do like a little loopy-loo line if you want to do like a loopy-loopy-loopy-loo or curly, curly, curly Q. You might want to draw a little like pumpkin leaf perhaps. You don't have to, but you can. And then you're going to use all of those amazing shapes that we talked about, the geometric shapes, the shapes that have names. So triangle, trapezoid, circle, oval, rectangle, square. Let me think, what else could we use? We did trapezoid, or a rhombus. That might be a good one to make little eyeballs. A semicircle, so half of a circle. A crescent moon shape. Ooh, yes. And then there are some other ones like our stop sign shape, our pentagon, our hexagon shapes that we can use as well to make, our hearts. If you want like heart eyes, you can do that. Okay, that we can use to add into our pumpkin. So you do not have to have all these shapes up here. I just thought it might be nice for you to see. And then I'm going to pick like, ooh, maybe I want a circle shape in this pumpkin. I'm going to show you, I made some clay pumpkins a long time ago, and you can turn your pumpkins into like a kitty cat like this one if you want. I did a triangle shape with almost a semicircle in it, and then maybe a crescent moon with two like little rectangles. But you could do like a cat shape if you want. Or I'm going to do an oval on this ghost pumpkin one right here. Okay, so those type of shapes. And here is just like an old card that I have, but he has a triangle eyes and a triangle shape and kind of like a crescent moon. So those are all different types of shapes that you can use in your pumpkin. So maybe I'll do an oval shape for one of my pumpkin's mouth, and I think I might do a semicircle for his eyes. So I'm going to do two lines across, and I'm going to do a curved line to close the shape. And if you want, you can do like little eyeballs if you want. Looks like he's going, oh, wow. And maybe I'll just do like a little triangle nose. And maybe for my next pumpkin face, I might do, let me see. I might do maybe a semicircle mouth like this. Kind of looks like he's happy or he's singing. And I might do heart eyes like that. And maybe I'll do little black pupils for her eyes. And maybe I'll do a heart nose like that. And then maybe for my last pumpkin, I'll do a crescent moon. My pumpkins are so happy. And maybe I'll do some diamond or rhombus eyes like that. And if I want to add a nose, let's see, maybe I'll add a rectangle nose, like that. So now, if you're on a whiteboard, then, and you don't have any other colors, just black and white, maybe you can just work on adding some sky details or some grass at the bottom so that your pumpkins aren't floating in the air. You may try adding maybe some curved or straight lines to make the ridges on your pumpkin. Okay, like the bumps. That's what I mean by ridges, like the bumps on your pumpkins. You can do that if you want. If you say, oh no, I don't like that, it messes up your pumpkins, well then you don't have to add them. It's an option. Okay, like that. And then if you have crayons or markers, you are welcome to color in your pumpkins. So if you have a whiteboard, well, then maybe if you want your pumpkins in the day, you can use your shapes to make clouds. Maybe if your pumpkin is at night, you can try, we didn't say the star shape because the star is kind of hard for some friends to draw. Maybe not for you, but for some friends. And so sometimes we do a special project just like that. So maybe I would add, I'm going to add a cloud, a bumpy, bumpy, bumpy shape around my crescent moon shape. Or I could do a circle for a full moon. And I'm going to add some ziggy-zaggies for my grass. So if you have time, or right now I can put some music on and you can get some crayons, you can get some markers, and you can work on coloring in these shapes. I think my picture is kind of big, so I would probably, so that I don't have to waste a lot of my markers, I would probably do this in crayons, or maybe I would outline the shapes in marker and then I would color it in with crayons. But you can color this in with marker. You can color in with colored pencils if that's what you have, or twistables or crayons. If you have watercolor and you have asked your parents, maybe you can use some watercolor to color it in. And if you don't finish this right in class, maybe if everybody needs to keep coloring, we can do it next week, or maybe we can you can work on it a little bit when class is over, okay, and finish coloring it in, and then you could make it into a card for somebody. Now for this middle of his eyes, or his eyes and his mouth, I could leave it white and black like the eyes. I could color it in. That part is totally up to you. I'm only going to do one more. I might have to speed this part up for you. There we go. But I might leave that part. This part on top is usually brown. Pumpkin has usually it's brown on the top right there. And then if you have a different type of orange, like a darker orange or a red orange, you might try switching your oranges so that it's a different color, because if you ever go to the pumpkin patch, you know that pumpkins are all different colors. There's even a white pumpkin, like a ghost pumpkin. I might leave him white. So you can work on coloring your pumpkins in. If you want to color the center in, you can. If not, so maybe I would color his mouth in pink. Okay. Or maybe I want it to look like there's a candle light behind it, so I might color it in yellow, like there's light. So you could color all of the carved out shape pieces yellow if you want, like there's a light inside, if you want to turn it into a jack-o'-lantern instead of just a expressive pumpkin, but that is up to you. And then I could color in my sky. My stars would also be yellow. So while I have my yellow marker out, I'm going to go ahead and color them in yellow. My moon might be kind of white or yellow. I think since it's nighttime, I'll make this cloud kind of gray. a gray cloud. But I cannot wait to see, boys and girls, all of these amazing, expressive pumpkins that you came up with. And I can't wait to see what your favorite shapes were that you used to make faces on your pumpkins. All right, I'm going to keep coloring and I'll let you see what it looks like when I'm all done. Good luck on yours.